Welcome to the show. It's the UFC Magician. This week we're coming in with UFC Fight Night Rose Namajunas versus Tracy Cortez. If you guys been following the last 4 weeks, we are currently 40-46 through all picks. Now, this is a pretty short card, so this shouldn't take too long. Just remember, we're going through picks, parlays, and predictions only. Explanations on the fights will be very, very brief. My goal is to keep these videos as short as possible. Now, when this first card came out, I honestly wasn't sure what I thought about it. Didn't look too enticing, but the more I looked into it, the more I started cooking, the more I liked it. So we're gonna get started with the first fight of the night: Josh Friend versus Andre Petroski. This fight on the top, Evan Elder versus Darius Flowers, just got added pretty late, so we'll go through that later. For the first fight of the night, to be honest, I've never liked Josh Friend throughout his UFC career. Thought he was a pretty average fighter all around, average striking, average ground game. Just nothing special. I thought he just got his opportunity, never really showed enough. This guy, Andre Petroski, I'll take him any day of the week here versus Josh Friend. Realistically, I'd pass on this fight, but if I were to pick someone, I'd be siding with Andre Petroski here at minus 110. Next fight of the night, we have Luana Santos versus Maria Agapova. Now, I will be doing a special giveaway for this fight. Whoever leaves a comment on this video and Luana Santos wins, I'll be picking a random comment from this video and I'll be buying them Luana Santos OnlyFans if she cashes out on Saturday. So drop a comment. If Luana Santos wins, one of the comments will get Luana Santos OnlyFans. You already know who I'm siding with. I'm going with the Brazilian here, Luana Santos. Pretty heavy favorite here, but I am going to take her in a few parlays, maybe one or two. Maria Agapova, heard terrible things about her lately, so I'm not even going to get into it. She's been dealing with some problems, with some gambling problems, drinking problems, I don't know, some financial issues. Maybe she's just coming in here for a check. I think Luana Santos gets a nice victory here. And I'm pretty excited to see her throw it back on the octagon in the post conference. Now, with the first dog of the night, this is such a tough one realistically. I'm going to have to side with Damon Blackshear. I've been on his tail for a pretty long time. Even though he just lost to Batista, who is an elite fighter, I think he gets a big comeback win, and I think he actually learns a lot from that loss. Besides that, Montel Jackson is good. He is dangerous, but I like the more athletic guy here in Damon Blackshear. And it's basically pick'em odds, minus 140, plus 120. I will be taking Blackshear straight up, and I will be adding him in a parlay. Probably won't be throwing too much on him though. These are just the early prelim cards and I like to build up off these. But the early prelims here honestly might be looking better than the main card. So, let's see what we could do. Next fight here. I think this is the lock of the night. The lock of the night. Fatima Klein versus Jasmine Jasudavicius, whatever her name is. I've never been a fan of her, and to be honest, I've actually hated her for no reason. But Fatima Klein is an absolute savage. I'm pretty sure she's making her UFC debut here. Catch her at plus 100, going against a slightly bigger girl in Jasmine. But I like the power, I like the hands. She's pretty good all around. Jasmine is just a fighter that she can either get a good dub, get a good win, or she absolutely blows it. I think she gets gassed out here in the altitude in Denver, and I think Fatima Klein will take over her UFC debut. So I'm going to take that at plus 100. I'm going to straight bet that, maybe put 2 units on it. I really am high on Fatima Klein. And I will put her in a parlay for maybe half a unit, which I will share at the end of this video. On to the next, we have Joshua Van versus Charles Johnson. Realistically, I would pass on this fight. Charles Johnson is a very dangerous guy. Joshua Van also been proving himself in this division, so I don't know. Part of me tells me to side with Charles Johnson. Other side knows Joshua Van will probably end up beating him through decision. And that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Joshua Van through decision. Also, a pretty big age difference here. Joshua Van only 22 years old. Charles Johnson 33. Maybe this Denver altitude gets to these older guys in their gas tanks. Never know, but we'll see. Charles Johnson is a great striker. I actually took him a few of his last fights and did cash. So, I will be fading him this fight. I will be siding with Joshua Van. Nice parlay piece too. Wouldn't put too much on it though. I feel like Joshua Van might be a little too much slightly favored, but I definitely will be siding with him. At the same time, Charles Johnson is not a bad play for those who want some plus money, but I'm siding with Joshua Van. And I'm pretty sure this is the first fight of the night, Evan Elder versus Darius Flowers, which got added sometime this week. Evan Elder trains out of Killcliff. I like most fighters coming out of Killcliff. You got lots of dogs in there. Darius Flowers is another one of these guys in the UFC. Nothing special. I'm siding with Elder, but I'm not putting him in any of my plays as a minus 425. Just not worth it. Now, if you guys want a nice prelim parlay, this is going to have some juice. We're going to put Luana Santos in there. We're going to put Fatima Klein in there. We're going to put Andre Petrosky in there. And we're going to put Damon Blackshear in there. This one could be put in for a quarter to half a unit, just something for some entertainment. But I really do like all these guys, and I would straight bet them individually, because we do have some nice lines here in the prelims. Besides that, a nice two-teamer. I would go with Andre Petrosky and Damon Blackshear, or I would go with Luana Santos and Fatima Klein. I normally never do these women's MMA parlays, but for the prelims, I do like these two, and I do see them getting it done. For this Damon Blackshear fight and Montel Jackson, it is a very close fight, can go either way, so I wouldn't get too deep in that one. But besides that, I think we're ready to move on to the main card. First fight of the main card, we got Cody Brundage versus Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. Now, this guy Abdul just looks way too scary in his profile picture, and I feel like it doesn't really show in the octagon for the way this guy looks. Cody Brundage just lost to Bo Nickel, who's one of the best wrestlers in the UFC right now. And I think that might have been a good loss for him coming against a guy like Abdul Razak Al-Hassan, who I do think I see Cody Brundage being able to take down. And if Abdul Razak gasses after the first round and Cody could beat him with the wrestling, it will be a long night for him. Well, a long 15 minutes. I'm going to side with Cody Brundage to open up the main card at plus 140. Only regards for this pick, Abdul Razak Al-Hassan to win by KO in the first round. That's the only way I see him winning. Besides that, I like Cody Brundage here at plus 140. Cody Brundage to start off the main card. Ooh, C-Rod. This is my favorite fighter on the card. A lot of people talk some smack about him, saying he can't finish dudes. I don't care. This kid wins. Took him against Raul Rosas, against the Prodigy. He whooped him. Took him against Cody Saman, another Prodigy. He whooped him. And now I'm about to take him against Julian Orosa, probably one of the guys I hate the most in the UFC. At minus 240, this is my lock of the night, and I will be playing him in almost every single one of my parlays. Probably going to take 5 parlays, 2 teamers. Christian Rodriguez is going to be in every single one of them. That's how high I am on this guy. I normally don't do that, ever. Julian Orosa is a very sneaky guy, can squeeze in some weird submissions out of nowhere. But Christian Rodriguez has a very good and high fight IQ, in my opinion. Just from what I've seen, I think he's going to put on a clinic on this clown. I like Christian Rodriguez at minus 240. On to the next. Gabriel Bonfim versus Angelusa. I'm going to side here with Gabriel Bonfim coming off a big loss. Very unexpected loss against Nicholas Dalby. I think he comes here and shows out against Angelusa. Minus 340, pretty big favorite. I'm going to put him in some parlays. And with the favorite fight of the night, Gian Silva versus Drew Dober. This guy opened up at plus 100. He's currently at minus 115. I told everyone I knew, go put your money on this kid. This kid fought 2 weeks ago. I had him at plus 130 or plus 120. Got a disgusting KO on Charles Jourdain. Now he's going against another reckless but very, very tough opponent in Drew Dober. I'm going to side with John Silva here. This guy fought 2 weeks ago. I think he's going to keep on rolling on this hype that he is on. But nah, he showed out. Last time he was dangerous. He said he was meant to be here. And he's proven it. You don't just take another fight in 2 weeks. He definitely has something to prove. John Silva, minus 115. One of my best and favorite plays, in my opinion. I think he's going to get another finish on Drew Dober, someone who has been chinned before. It's getting spicy. It's getting real, real spicy. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Muslim Salikov. I think I'm going to pass on this fight. If I do take someone, I think I will take Santiago Ponzinibbio. Just two old guys duking it out in the middle of the cage. Muslim Salikov, 40 years old. It's right there, like 40 years old. I'm going to put my money on Santiago Ponzinibbio if I were. But I think I will end up passing on this fight. And I think I will take this fight to go the distance or the over on this fight. Main card, main fight of the night. Namajunas versus Tracy Cortez. Main card with the female fight. I might just cap off all the plays on Jean Silva. Honestly, I might just end all the plays on Jean Silva, pass on Santiago, and then I might have to pass on Rose Namajunas. These women fights always too sweaty, man, and I'm not trying to sweat on the last fight of the night on some women's MMA. So I will be ending my plays on Jean Silva. Now, let's get through some parlays. I personally advise you, not financially, to individually pick every single pick we just went through. And now we're going to put some two-teamers together, and we're going to end the show. First parlay coming from the main card. This will be a dog waka parlay. Jean Silva at minus 115. And we're going to put, where is he? We're going to put Cody Brundage in there as well at plus 140. And Christian Rodriguez. That will be a nice three-team play. A little risky. I like it though. Next two-team play. You don't need to take both of these. You could take one of these. I'm going to put Christian Rodriguez right here. And Jean Silva in a two-team play. Oops. Sorry about that. My next 2 to 4 team play over here that I'm liking. We're going to make this a 4-team play. I'm really, really liking this one. We're going to go with Luana Santos. We're going to go with Fatima Klein. Then we're going to come all the way up here. We're going to go with Jean Silva and Christian Rodriguez. I really, really like that 4-team play. Ooh, what else could we do here? Alright, this is going to be for the people that like the juice. We're going to put Joshua Van, Fatima Klein, Damon Blackshear, Andre Petrosky, Christian Rodriguez, and Gabriel Bonfim. Me personally, I will be adding John Silva to the last leg of the parlay. If you want to end on something safe, maybe give you an opportunity to hedge and make some cash, I would end it off on Gabriel Bonfim right here. You have a nice opportunity to hedge on Angelusa. Especially if Gabriel Bonfim gets a big first round, you can definitely get some nice live lines to hedge. Besides that, I think we got some good plays here. Now, next week, I will start sharing units on all of these plays to make it a little more organized. I do share them in the Discord. If you guys want the link, I will put them in the description of this video. But once again, I might come back here Saturday morning, put some best bets up. But for now, that's the end of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the plays. Remember, this is not financial advice. I just love the UFC. Huge supporter of the UFC. And I'm feeling like a wizard. The magic plays are gonna come and pay the day. Have a great night. Enjoy the show. Don't make any stupid decisions. Stay safe, baby. Let's go. And just remember, share this video if you like these picks. Remember, if Luana Santos wins, I will be buying her OnlyFans for one lucky man in the comments or girl. Have a great night. Take care.